In a time long ago, God made a promise to a man named Abram. He had called him to leave his homeland and journey to a new land, where he would become the father of a great nation. This story tells us about the profound moment when God renewed that promise and established his covenant with Abram. Years had passed since God first spoke to Abram, and although he was now in his 90s, he had not yet seen the fulfillment of the promise of a son. Abraham had remained faithful, but doubt began to creep into his heart. Would he ever see the nation that God had promised? Then, when Abraham was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him again. God spoke, reminding Abraham of his covenant and the promise of descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky. God, I am God Almighty. Walk before me and be blameless. I will establish my covenant between me and you, and I will greatly increase your numbers. Abraham falls face down, overwhelmed by God's presence. God was reaffirming his promise. He was to be the father of many nations, not just one. The weight of this promise was almost too great to comprehend. God, as for me, this is my covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations. No longer will you be called Abram. Your name will be Abraham, for I have made you a father of many nations. With this new name came a new identity. Abraham means father of many. God was not just promising a child, he was establishing a legacy that would last for generations. God, I will make you very fruitful. I will make nations of you, and kings will come from you. I will establish my covenant as an everlasting covenant between me and you and your descendants after you for the generations to come. Abraham's eyes widened with hope and anticipation as he grasped the weight of God's words. God was not only promising Abraham numerous descendants, but also a lasting covenant that would extend to future generations. This was a sacred bond, one that would shape the destiny of nations. God instructed Abraham to circumcise every male in his household, a physical reminder of the covenant. God, you are to undergo circumcision, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and you. For the generations to come, every male among you shall be circumcised. Abraham obeyed God's command, knowing that this act symbolized their special relationship with God. It was a mark of belonging, a reminder of the promises God had made. As the days passed, Abraham shared the news of the covenant with his wife, Sarah. But she laughed at the idea of having a child at her old age. After all, she was 90 years old. Sarah, how can I have a child now? Is this even possible? Abraham understood that with God, nothing is impossible. God had a plan that would defy all expectations. He reassured Sarah of God's faithfulness and the miracle that was to come. The birth of nations was on the horizon, and Abraham and Sarah would soon witness the beginning of God's incredible promise. Their journey of faith was about to lead them to a child named Isaac, through whom the covenant would continue. The story of Abraham's covenant teaches us that faith can lead to remarkable blessings. God's promises may seem distant at times, but his timing is perfect. We are called to trust in his plan, knowing that he can bring forth life and hope from the most unexpected places. Let me know if you need any adjustments or further details. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more inspiring content. Like and share with others. Hit the notification bell for updates, and let us know where you're watching from in the comments below.